Hey everybody, just wanted to do a quick summary of this blog post on what is APEST. And APEST is basically the 5 gifts mentioned in Ephesians 4. And it's an acronym, so the A stands for apostle. And the definition of an apostle is basically one who is sent and scales. And basically what that means is that apostles are naturally the kind of people who like to launch out and do new things. And that's the sending aspect. And then the scaling aspect means that they naturally want to multiply things. They want to reproduce them according to the original design. So apostles are kind of naturally gifted at launching out and then scaling things once they get started. The P stands for prophet. And prophet, one way to think about the definition of prophet is someone who reveals and reforms. A prophet is someone who naturally sees and hears things typically before other people do, and they kind of pick up on the gap between what is and what should be. And that gap kind of bothers them, so they're always looking for ways to close the gap and reform or change or bring things into alignment with the way they should be. The E stands for evangelist. And the evangelist is someone who promotes and persuades. Evangelists are excellent at sharing ideas, at connecting people and ideas. And if they really believe in something, you're going to hear about it. And so they're always promoting. They're always saying, hey, have you heard about this new thing? It's really good. But then they're also good at persuading people to kind of get involved in it or to somehow go further and get closer to whatever it is that they're promoting. So evangelists are those who promote and persuade. And this is something that comes natural to them. If you were to ask them, like, how do you do it or why do you do it? They may not know. It's just what happens whenever they get activated. The S stands for shepherd. And a shepherd is someone who protects and provides. Shepherds are very in tune with the needs of the group, but they're also aware of dangers that could somehow harm people in the group. And so they're very focused on the welfare of the people that are in their charge. And they are very concerned about the people who, if they consider someone their sheep and they're in their fold, and they're going to be very focused on them to make sure that their needs are provided for and that no harm will come to them. And then the T stands for teacher. And the teacher is someone who explains and trains. Teachers are really good about taking information and breaking it down into different parts so that we can see the different aspects of what the ideas are, what the big concept is. And so they're really good at explaining things, but they're also good at training people. And because they break things down into parts, they typically arrange them into a linear sequence so they can create step 1, step 2, step 3. So they're good at kind of creating the how-to aspect. So for example, if you go on YouTube to figure out how to fix something, there's a lot of teachers on YouTube who are doing DIY or do it yourself. And they're giving you step-by-step instructions about how to do something. But they're also good at explaining. So one way to think about this is that teachers that explain are into topics, and then teachers that train are into tasks. So these are very short definitions of what APEST is. If you want to get a little bit more detail, just kind of read through the blog post, and there's a little bit more explanation as to what APEST is. Thanks for listening.